So I finally bought my dream car. So ever since this car came out in 2023, almost 2 years ago, and even when the GR Yaris came out, I want to say that was like 4 years ago, I've always wanted it. And I was like, that's going to be my next car. That's going to be my next car. And when it came out, the dealerships literally just kept marking them up higher and higher, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 over MSRP, which made them pretty much unattainable for me. And so I kind of like stopped looking for them. But then when the 2024 year came around, I just started looking, watching a few more videos about them. And then I started doing a little bit more research, and they're not selling like they were last year. So the dealerships aren't marking them up nearly as much, and a lot of them now are selling them for MSRP or even less than MSRP. I do have to say, every single angle of this car looks perfect. I mean, I don't know, Toyota couldn't have designed a much better hatchback looking car than this one. I mean, it might be personal preference, but I think this car looks better than every other hatchback out there. But again, personal preference. But again, these cars are just amazing to know that this is a little 3-cylinder engine with a turbo making 300 horsepower. And that is fantastic. It might not be the fastest car out there. I know obviously many other cars in this price range you could probably get a little bit faster, but it's not a Toyota. Toyota designed this engine from top to bottom, bottom to top, and I think it has proven itself in the GR Yaris enough to be put into a Corolla, and that's what Toyota did. But I've owned this car now for 3 days. I've put on like 300 miles, and I think the hype of this car definitely is there. I mean, as soon as I sat in this car, I realized this car just feels perfect. I've driven only one other type of car that was similar to this, a Type R, and I have to say it feels very similar to that. I didn't drive it much, but I did drive it. It does feel power-wise, everything feels the same as that, but handling, I think this car handles a little bit better than that car. This car, this is a 2024 GR Corolla Premium. So once I saw the 2024 trim levels change just a little bit, packages changed, this has to be the best bang for the buck that you can get in the GR Corolla segment. I know many people are getting the GR Corolla Core and adding the Performance, which gives you the limited slips in the front and rear. But the Premium comes standard with everything except for the carbon fiber roof and the roof spoiler. Other than that, from all I know, I mean, the wheels changed, a few other things changed, but those are the biggest things that changed from the Premium to the Circuit. And the Circuit is in another additional $5,000, I believe, from this one. So this car, MSRP is about $42,000 and some change. I ended up getting it for $41,000, like $200 or something like that. So I actually obtained one of these without and got it under MSRP, which is amazing. So if you guys look hard enough and find a dealership, I did drive 2.5 hours to find this. So don't expect something to be quite local, but they are out there. So, but again, this is the premium model. Comes with all the new amenities that the new ones do. It has parking sensors in the rear, parking sensors in the front, gloss black trim, versus the matte black trim that would be on the core model. Has the upgraded interior seats, the JBL system, and a few other little things that, if I remember, I will mention them. But this car has to be my favorite car that I've ever owned. So it looks perfect from every single angle. Again, I don't know how much I can mention that, but again, it's probably personal preference, but this is such an amazing car. So, hopping into the Corolla, this is the premium, has the leather and Alcantara seats, I believe. This does have the heated steering wheel, heated seats, I believe the cold weather package or whatever, I don't know, I believe that's standard on the premium as well. So, but pretty much everything else is the same as the core model, but this has the upgraded interior. This has to be one of the best sounding 3-cylinder engines I have heard. Not many out there, but Toyota, I think, did a great job getting this exhaust to sound really good from stock. So definitely a very nice touch to this car. A lot of people, video really doesn't do it well. It definitely sounds a lot better in person than it does on video. So especially in the car too. Inside the cabin, it's not too loud, but it sounds perfect for what it is. All right, so that's gonna be pretty much a wrap of my 2024 GR Corolla. Like I said, this is my dream car. It's not a very fancy, expensive car, but it is practically everything that I wanted in a car. I used to always want a WRX STI. That was always one of my dream cars before, but when I saw this, I realized I want this way more than I want a STI. So I finally went out and found one. This is my 2024 GR Corolla. And you guys probably want to know, what about my other cars?